Good evening, Belize. It's Monday night, and you're tuned in to News 5. I'm Sabrina Daly. Here's what we're following tonight. The High Court hands down a hefty bill to the Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association over that 2021 blockade. But the BSCFA says the Briceño administration promised to cover the cost. A police officer is dead after a hit and run on the Philip Golson Highway. Tonight, his fellow officers are asking for your help to find the driver. The Financial Intelligence Unit is speaking out on Rima Ray's controversial casino in San Pedro. Was the FIU caught off guard? In San Ignacio, Mayor Earl Trapp renames the town hall after himself. And not everyone's applauding. And in Orange Walk, villagers in San Jose Palmar are still fighting to save a beloved nature park. We've got these stories and more coming up at the top of the hour. Don't go anywhere. News 5 starts now.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Welcome back. The Supreme Court has ruled that the Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association, BSCFA, and two of its members must pay more than $500,000 in damages to Belize Sugar Industries Limited, BSI, and its energy subsidiary, Belize Cogeneration Energy Limited, Belcogen, for a 3-day blockade that brought operations to a halt in December 2021. The court found that the BSCFA orchestrated the protest, which began on December 28, 2021, after failed negotiations over a new cane supply agreement. Farmers used their trucks to block access to BSI's Tower Hill facility, preventing the delivery of cane and the sale of sugar products. BSI claimed over $1 million in losses, but the court awarded a little over $500,000, citing that some losses could have been avoided. Belcogen, which relies on sugarcane waste to generate electricity, was awarded over $43,000 after the court found that it failed to use reserve fuel to keep its plant running. Justice Rajiv Guntileki ruled that the blockade was intentional and that BSCFA leadership had the power to stop it but chose not to until a new agreement was reached. The judgment affirms that deliberate interference with commercial activity carries significant legal and monetary repercussions.
Well, sorry, I'm unable to speak anything about that right now because I have not read, I have not seen what is the outcome of it. Really, I'm unable to say anything right now. I can tell you something about that tomorrow, but today I really am unable because I haven't seen the document. I have not read anything about it, so I don't know what it contains.
Okay, so can you then tell me, if you can't give an initial reaction to it, at least what the preferred outcome is for the association, or at least what are some plans you guys have in place to move forward if it's not a desirable outcome?
Well, as we speak, you know that when this thing happened, the government assured the association that the government will take over if there is any thing that comes out against the cane farmers. So as we speak right now, that still stands. We have that document that was signed by the Prime Minister at that time. But we hope that it's our hope that it comes out victorious to our side, because we believe that what was done was not done in bad faith, rather than getting forward to the farmers, see that they can deliver their cane.
Has the government pledged to assume full responsibility of anything?
That was done at that time. We don't know right now, as we speak. We don't know what will be the response. But we have the document that was signed at that time that they will take full responsibility to that.
Let's take you back to December 2021. Here's what then BSCFA Chairman Andrew Wesby told News 5 when we asked him about the possibility of a lawsuit coming out of the blockade.
That will be in the government will take handle of that, will handle that. They assure the people, the farmers right now, that they will handle it, and there is a letter signed that we have a copy being brought to me, by PM personal. He got the copy to me at the conference room at the BCFA office in front of the ministers and our directors. So he presented me that copy. They will take full responsibility if any legal thing was brought against the association.
That's what the letter says.
Yeah.
So the question is, will the government of Belize honor its commitment to the Sugar Association? We'll wait and see how it plays out. A tragic hit and run on the Philip Gosen Highway has claimed the life of a police officer, just weeks after he was honored for his outstanding service in law enforcement. Early this morning, 36-year-old police constable Arsenio Cus was riding his motorcycle near mile 5 when a vehicle suddenly swerved into his lane and struck him. The impact wasn't enough to destroy the bike, but it was enough to take his life. Kus, a dedicated officer from Silver Creek Village in Toledo, had recently been recognized as the most outstanding field training officer in a 12-week police program. His sudden death is a heartbreaking loss for both his family and the Belize Police Department. Assistant Commissioner of Police Gilberto Romero has more on the investigation and the search for the driver responsible.
Upon the arrival, they saw a motorcycle with damages and other debris. There they found the lifeless body of Arsenio Kus, police constable attached to Ladyville with severe injuries. He was taken to the KHMH for treatment, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Investigations that Kus was riding his motorcycle towards Belize City when a vehicle struck him and causing his fatal injuries. We are currently on investigation. So far, we have nobody in custody, as the person involved fled from the scene.
Was he wearing a helmet?
I do not know at this time. I will need to check.
What kind of vehicle was it?
We do not know what type of vehicle. That is all the information we have. He was on his motorcycle when he was struck.
Do you guys have any idea on where exactly he was coming from in terms of the exact location?
He was coming from Ladyville.
And he was traveling alone?
He was traveling alone at the time.
A young man from Lord's Bank is spending the night behind bars after showing up at court, only to find out he was already wanted. 20-year-old Oscar Alexander Galindo walked into the Belize City Magistrates Court this morning to ask about his case. But what he didn't know was that a bench warrant had been issued for his arrest weeks ago. That warrant was issued back in July after Galindo failed to appear for a scheduled court hearing. So when he showed up today, court officers wasted no time detaining him. He was quickly brought before a magistrate and is now on remand at the Belize Central Prison until his next court date on September 5th. Inside the courtroom, Galindo told the magistrate he had actually come to court in July and was given a new date for August, but he couldn't remember when. That's why he came in today to check. Galindo is facing serious charges stemming from a deadly traffic accident in April. He was first arraigned on April 8th for 4 traffic offenses, including manslaughter by negligence and causing death by careless conduct. Police say he was behind the wheel during a crash that killed 19-year-old Denia Ashanti Rowland, a call center agent from Lord's Bank. The vehicle reportedly flipped several times, throwing Rowland from the car and killing her on the spot. Coming up, casino boss Rima Ray's empire under fire. More when we return.
Accommodation License Renewal 2025 opens August 1st through the online portal. BTB is also having a license renewal clinic countrywide, starting August 15 in Orange Walk, then in Key Cocker, San Pedro, Hopkins, Placencia, Belize City, San Ignacio, Toledo, Corozal, and Belmopan. Remember, to successfully process your renewal at the clinic, managers with portal access must bring updated electronic copies of renewal requirements. Licenses will be ready the same day at the clinic. Accommodations operating beyond October 31st, 2025 without completing renewal process will receive a violation ticket. As stated in Section 12.5 of the Hotels and Tourist Accommodation Act, HTAA, operating without a valid license commits an offense. For more information, please contact our compliance officers at 227-2420 extension #290 or email hotels@BelizeTourismBoard.org. Renew your BTB accommodations license through the online portal starting August 1st, 2025, or look out for the renewal clinic near you.
ultimate singing showdown is KTV The Remix Season 7 every Tuesday night at 8, live from the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. One stage, one voice, one chance to win $10,000. Get your tickets for just $5 at GBM Studios and Coney Drive or 88 Shopping Center on Central American Boulevard. It's music, talent, and entertainment for the whole family. Don't miss it. KTV The Remix Season 7. Tune in, turn up, and sing along every Tuesday night at 8. Only on Greater Believe Media.
Get ready for back to school with Benny's B-Bucks. We have limited edition Benny's exercise and composition books, just in time for the new school year. Get 6 composition books for 5 B-Bucks and 12 exercise books for only 2 B-Bucks. Benny's and B-Bucks, getting you ready for back to school.
We are ready for back to school. Are you?
Oh man, one more scroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data so you can scroll till your fingers cramp.
Enjoy free social media data now included in our Flex Choice and Select Postpaid plans.
Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
We're following new developments tonight in the ongoing investigation into American casino boss Rima Ray and her operations in San Pedro. The Financial Intelligence Unit has confirmed that Ray's casino, known as GMK Sky or Caribe Blue, was never registered with the FIU, despite being legally required to do so. So how did it stay open? Well, it turns out she was granted a provisional license by the Gaming Control Board. But that's just the beginning. With an unlicensed ATM, stacks of U.S. cash, and now Ray's arrest in the U.S. on gambling and fraud charges, Belizean authorities are digging deeper into what could be a much bigger story. Here's News 5's Paul Lopez.
Tonight we have new details of American casino boss Rima Ray's operations in San Pedro. Director at the Financial Intelligence Unit, Lenny Yesigiri Magan, confirmed with News 5 that GMK Sky or Caribe Blue Casino was not registered with the FIU. The unit began asking questions about the operations in late 2024 after a News 5 investigation revealed an unlicensed ATM inside the casino.
I can confirm that the FIU would have initiated inquiries into the matter. In particular, in terms of the supervision of casinos, they are obliged to register with the FIU as well. So we had examined that matter because at that time, and even now, I can confirm that Caribe Blue or GMK Sky are not registered with the Financial Intelligence Unit as a casino, and that they had not complied with that obligation. An application had been made, but that the FIU had not taken the steps to register them.
So here's the big question. How did Rimaray Casino manage to operate in San Pedro without being registered with the Financial Intelligence Unit, which oversees casino in Belize? Well, according to a press release from the Ministry of Investment last week, Ray was granted what's called an operational license. The license gave her the green light to run the casino on a provisional basis, despite not being registered with the FIU, which is legally required to ensure anti-money laundering compliance. FIU Director Lenny Yesigiri Magan confirmed that the Gaming Control Board issued that license. But that still leaves one major concern. Where exactly did the US cash loaded into that unlicensed ATM come from?
I think beyond that, this matter does present large concerns, especially given information that is clearly within the public's domain. So we are looking from an investigative standpoint now at the entire operations, yes. I think I wouldn't want to say much beyond that on the investigation side because, again, for reasons that I would have outlined before, these matters are sensitive and the authority does need to conduct the investigation in a way that it would not prejudice it or alert those that were investigating as to the nature of our investigation.
Would the FIU have followed up on Rima Ray's operations in Belize if not for her arrest in the U.S.?
Well, we had already been following up, Mr. Lopez.
Yesigiri Magan explained that while the FIU has been asking questions since the unlicensed ATM, it can only work with credible information. Now with Ray's arrest in the U.S. on charges related to illegal gambling and fraud with suspicions of money laundering, the unit must now do its due diligence. And while the central bank and the FIU removed the unlicensed ATM machine from the casino, was there a systemic and collaborative breakdown between the members of the National Anti-Money Laundering Committee?
I think that you'd have to have regard to the fact that measures that the authorities can take have to be commensurate with the evidence and the information that they reliably have and have gathered in front of them at the time. Beyond that, authorities have to be very mindful of how they operate, and they cannot take measures based on speculation. They have to move on credible information, and that is the sort of response that we would have seen. As that situation changes, then the authorities will act accordingly.
Are we looking at other players, whether it is in the private or public sector? Because how can someone, and I mean you all, the FIU, because how can someone run such a major operation in Belize without any kind of intervention from governing authorities or support otherwise?
So I believe that the FIU is currently in contact with the relevant authorities who would have had some sort of role to play in the oversight or the issuance of licenses here in this particular case. In this case, in terms of the investigation, we are looking at as I said before, the entire operation, yes.
FIU Director Magan explained that with the cross-border elements, an investigation of this nature can be drawn out. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
It's been nearly a decade since the San Ignacio Santa Elena Town Hall first opened its doors. But today, that building is getting more than just a facelift. It's also getting a new name, the Earl Trapp Building in honor of the long-serving mayor. But not everyone is on board with the decision. The renaming has sparked mixed reactions in the Twin Towns, and now Mayor Trapp is speaking out. We caught up with him today to find out why the building bears his name and why he says he's willing to take it down if that's what the people want.
First of all, I must make it known to the public that I've been confronted by many people in this municipality congratulating my invaluable contribution to this community as mayor and, of course, as a councillor. I want to go on record to say that I'm 23 years in this local government, 12 years as a councillor and going for 12 years as mayor. Some of my councillors heard of the many people mentioning why I haven't named the synthetic football turf after my name, why I haven't named the town hall after my name. So one took it seriously and brought it to the table about 6 months ago as a resolution. I mean, to accredit my valuable contribution to this community, he said, why don't we name this building after Earl Trapp? At the moment, I said, you know what, to avoid public negativity, I prefer not to. But when they continue to communicate, dialogue in the meeting, we said, you know what, okay, let's go for it. So 6 months later, we are here repainting the building because it's been here for 10 years. It's been draining down. And it's a town hall and we must be representing this community. So we want to make sure it's always shining. So we decided to paint it. And at the same time, we are fixing or naming the building. Self-praise is no recommendation, sir, but honestly, I believe that not everyone will agree with what we do here. But the people that honestly have objective minds will look at it different. So, as I mentioned in the previous interviews, I will be honest, if this will be problematic, sir, I'm prepared to take it on. I have no problem.
After nearly a decade of waiting, the government has finally increased the financial support allocated to the University of Belize. But the dollar amount isn't exactly what the university was hoping for. The government has pledged to supply an $8.7 million subvention to the institution, a $1.3 million difference from the union's initial demand. Previously, the government claimed that sufficient funds were being handed to the institution, but the union maintained that the university could not operate efficiently under its current conditions. Additionally, the $10 million demand was not a figure contrived entirely by the union. It was the original subvention provided to the university in 2000, but would later be reduced to $8.5 million under the previous UDP administration. The People's United Party then committed to restoring the $10 million, but have yet to fulfill that promise. Belize is stepping up its efforts in the fight against illegal firearms trafficking. The Ministry of Home Affairs and New Growth Industries hosted a national workshop aimed at improving how local and regional law enforcement agencies coordinate firearm-related investigations. They brought together representatives from the Belize Police Department, the Belize Defense Force, Customs and Excise, and the National Forensic Science Services. The three-day training, supported by the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime and CARICOM Impacts, brought together security and forensic experts from across the country. As part of its support, the UN also donated 2 high-tech drones to enhance surveillance and border monitoring capabilities. Here's Tanya Arceo with the following story.
Belize is turning up the heat on illegal gun trafficking. Authorities just wrapped up a high-impact workshop focused on sharpening investigative skills and boosting teamwork across key agencies. Held at the Lord Ashcroft Center, the sessions were led by the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, in partnership with CARICOM Impacts and the Ministry of Home Affairs. The 3-day training brought together police, BDF, customs, and forensic experts, all working to crack down on the flow of illegal firearms across the Caribbean. One key focus was improving how agencies link a single firearm to multiple investigations.
Under the Caribbean roadmap and with funds from the German authorities, we are conducting and providing different technical assistance to different countries. And in this case, we have moved to Belize to deliver certain assistance. The first one is the donation of drones that we believe will support the capacities of the country to detect and to also investigate firearms crimes. We understand the difficulties of conducting certain surveillance and investigations, and we believe that these drones can certainly help Belize.
CARICOM Impacts analyst Kaj Kossels played a central role helping participants understand the broader trends driving gun trafficking in the region. His presentations emphasized the need for unified systems, intelligence sharing, and modern investigative strategies to intercept firearms before they reach the streets.
The situation is even more dire for small island developing states like Belize, which face unique vulnerabilities due to limited resources, porous borders, and exposures to transnational criminal networks. That is why the establishment of an integrated firearms center is not just timely, it is essential. Now, CARICOM Impacts continues to support Belize in this comprehensive and sustained effort as we continue to build capacity through training of law enforcement officers, border security agents, prosecutors, and custom personnel to improve their investigative and intelligence capabilities.
Chief Executive Officer in the Ministry of Home Affairs, Shaurul Kar, highlighted the importance of interagency coordination and traceability. She also welcomed UNODC's donation of drones, noting that enhanced technology and collaboration are key to disrupting the illegal firearms trade and securing national borders.
Today marks a pivotal moment in our collective efforts to tackle transnational organized crime. As you are very well aware, the illegal trafficking of firearms fuels violence, weakens institutions, and endangers the safety and well-being of our citizens. In Belize, we have witnessed the devastating consequences of unregulated firearms, from the destabilization of communities to the erosion of public trust in our security institutions. This is why the government of Belize, through the Firearms and Ammunition Control Board of the Ministry of Home Affairs and New Growth Industries, is committed to modernizing our firearm management systems and aligning our national strategies with international best practices.
A highlight of the week was the official handover of 2 DJI Mini Ford Pro drones to the Ministry of Home Affairs, donated by UNODC through its Global Firearms Program. The drones are expected to boost operational surveillance at key border points. The course also tackled modern challenges like 3D printed guns and online arm deals with practical simulations and AI-based detection tools enhancing their expertise. Tanya Arceo, News 5.
After the break, ex-diplomat faces court over assault allegations. But first, here's the latest weather update from the Belize Met Service.
summer, your Wednesdays just got better. Join your Belize City Council for the Midweek Wine Down Series. A new relaxing evening of wine, cheese, live jazz, and spoken word. It's your midweek escape happening Wednesday, July 30th at City Hall Square on Regent and Albert Streets from 5:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Bring your friends, sip, connect, and unwind in the heart of downtown Belize City. Want to be a part of the action? Secure your booth space by calling the Public Relations Department at 280-2308, extension 238, or message us on WhatsApp at 673-9055. Let's unwind together. Your Belize City Council. Always vote the people.
On July 10th, 2025, Belize Electricity Limited and Blair Atoll Power Company Limited signed a historic power purchase agreement for the development of a 15-megawatt utility-scale solar plant, complete with a 1.5-megawatt, 3-megawatt-hour battery storage system. This project represents a significant milestone in building a cleaner, more sustainable, and resilient electricity grid.
Today's signing is the furthest we have ever come down the road of realizing the needed facilities and our own ambitions for harnessing the power of the sun. This PPA provides a model in which everybody, BEL, Babcock, and consumers win, and that is how it should be. We have every confidence that Babcock can and will bring this project home, and BEL publicly offers whatever support it can to realize this goal.
What we learn here will set the foundation for future projects, including solar, wind, hybrid systems, and even other emerging developing technologies, renewable energy technologies, that Belize will need if we are going to remain competitive and resilient.
BEL and Babcock will collaborate closely to develop and commission the plant within 12 to 18 months from the start of construction. Once operational, the solar plant will supply clean, renewable energy directly to the national grid, strengthening Belize's energy security and diversifying our national energy mix.
Dengue and Zika alert. Do your part by preventing mosquito breeding. The Ministry of Health reminds the public that as we enter the rainy season, be aware of the dangers of dengue, chikungunya, and Zika. These are infectious diseases that are transmitted by the bite of Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus mosquitoes. These mosquitoes are most active in early morning and late afternoon. Activities that should be done to prevent dengue and Zika include: avoid having containers that can collect water in your yard. Cover water storage containers such as drums. Change the water in flower pots every 4 or 5 days. These are ideal breeding sites for the mosquito. With the elimination of breeding sites in and around the yard, dengue and Zika can be avoided. Dengue and Zika begin with sudden onset of high fever. Other signs and symptoms include rash, joint pain, eye pain. The public is also encouraged to use mosquito repellent spray or lotion on the body or clothing. Do your part by preventing mosquito breeding. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health.
Angela's press celebrating. Please. 140 years. So come on, enjoy all the great deals. Back to school. The best quality for less. From June 16th to August 30th. Enjoy great deals you won't forget. So many years of serving the people of Belize. Yes, that's Angela's press. Cause we going back to school. From June 16th to August 30th. Back to school. Win cash on every Tuesday. Back to 10% off on every Tuesday. So when them ask, just tell them that we're going back to school. With an office makeover and 1,000 cash. Back to school, scratch and win. Everybody just come in. We're back to school. It's Angela's press anniversary. Everybody come, enjoy great deals. From June 16th to August 30th. Enjoy great deals. It's Angela's press 140th anniversary. Come out, come in and enjoy great deals. Cause we going back to school. From June 16th to August 30th. Back to school. Come win cash every Tuesday. We're back to school. 10% off on every Tuesday. So when them ask, just tell them that we're going back to school.
It's a case of white-collar crime that's rocked a well-known business in Dangriga. Jenny Zabane of Maya King Limited has reported a serious case of financial fraud, missing funds and forged checks that have now led to criminal charges. After a police investigation, authorities have arrested Nasli Somerville, an accountant for Mid-South Investment Limited, who is now facing charges of theft and forgery. Investigators believe fraudulent transactions happened over the past week and involve several $1,000s. A routine check deposit turned into a full-blown fraud investigation at a Dangriga-based company. Jenny Zabane of Maya King Limited told police that on July 23rd, she issued a $10,000 check to Meridian Enterprise Limited, signed it, snapped a photo for her records, and handed it over to accountant Nasli Somerville for deposit. But when she later checked the bank's online portal, something didn't add up. A different check number has been deposited, one she hadn't signed. Digging deeper, Zabane noticed a troubling pattern. While her record showed checks in the 400 series, the bank was processing checks from a 200 series she didn't authorize. That's when it became clear. Somerville had already been using two separate checkbooks and forging signatures on the unauthorized one. A police search of her office turned up both checkbooks and the original check, all now in evidence. Somerville, a resident of Pomona Village, has since been arrested and charged with forgery and 3 counts of theft.
On Thursday, Jenny Zabane reported that upon making checks at the bank, she discovered that several checks had been forged and monies had been stolen from her company. An investigation was carried out. The checks were obtained, and since then, the accountant for the business, namely Nasli Somerville, has been arrested and charged for theft and forgery.
Following up tonight on the case involving Saeed Badi Guerra, who is facing serious allegations of sexual assault against a minor. Guerra appeared in court earlier this week following his arrest in connection with the incident, which reportedly occurred at his home in Benke. While Guerra remains out on bail, authorities say the investigation is ongoing. The case has drawn national attention due to Guerra's former diplomatic status and the nature of the allegations.
Based on an investigation carried out after a report was made, Saeed Guerra was arrested and charged for sexual assault, harm, and procuring defilement by threat. He was taken to court where he was granted bail.
A terrifying home invasion in Orange Walk has left a retired American shaken and police on high alert. Around 9:30 on Thursday morning, David Greer was in his yard near Mile 2 on Pine Ridge Road when 3 men approached him. One of them pressed a gun to his back and forced him inside his home. Once inside, the intruders tied him up and demanded access to his safe. Fearing for his life, Greer gave up the password. The thieves made off with a large sum of cash in a 2022 Toyota Hilux, altogether worth over $115,000. After they fled, Greer managed to free himself and call the police. So far, no arrests have been made and the investigation is ongoing.
On Thursday, David Gray reported that he was at his residence situated at Mile 2 on the Pine Ridge Road. He reported that he was attacked by 3 male persons who were armed with firearms. They proceeded to tie him up, and thereafter they searched his house and stole several electronic items. Thereafter they stole his Toyota Hilux pickup. Thereafter he managed to release himself and made a report. Several searches were conducted in the area. However, the vehicle nor the items stolen were recovered.
When we return, San Jose Palmar residents still fighting to save National Park.
Scroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data so you can scroll till your fingers cramp.
Enjoy free social media data now included in our Flex Choice and Select postpaid plans.
Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
This is where blue innovation meets green ambition and orange creativity thrives. Join us for the Belize Investment Summit 2025, September 3rd to 5th at the Sunset Carib in San Pedro. This is the future of regional integration, and it starts here. Whether you're returning home, expanding regionally, or entering new markets, Belize welcomes you. Why Belize? Why now? Belize Investment Summit 2025, Bridging Markets, Building Resilience. September 3rd to 5th, Sunset Carib, San Pedro. Visit investmentsummit.bz to register and be part of shaping the investment frontier.
This is the new era of the Mexican Caribbean. A whole spectrum of colors and hues, multi-dimensional cuisine, holographic beaches. The true new era is within you.
Stop wasting your time and money. Come to Publix, where every dollar counts. So why shop anywhere else? Find the freshest fruits and vegetables handpicked for your family. Need something quick and delicious? Our ready-made rotisserie chicken is hot and ready to go. And with Publix Rewards, you save big while shopping for everything you love and need. Publix, fresh, affordable, for you.
Serving Belizean families for 27 years.
Don't miss the ultimate singing showdown. It's KTV The Remix, Season 7, every Tuesday night at 8, live from the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. One stage, one voice, one chance to win $10,000. Get your tickets for just $5 at GBM Studios and Coney Drive or 88 Shopping Center on Central American Boulevard. It's music, talent, and entertainment for the whole family. Don't miss it. KTV The Remix Season 7. Tune in, turn up, and sing along every Tuesday night at 8. Only on Greater Belize Media.
It's back and it's bigger than ever. Our health fair is the place to be. Get free health screenings, glucose, blood pressure, weight checks, plus sample medications from amazing partners like the Ministry of Health, St. Gabriel's Clinic, Kidney Association, and free eye screenings by Quartz Optical. Sit with one of our friendly RFNG life agents for an on-the-spot life insurance quote. And guess what? You'll be entered into a raffle to win a one-night stay for two at Hidden Valley Resort. The more booths you visit and participate in, the more chances to win. Want a quote before the fair? Visit us at 31 Guadalupe Street in Cayo or call us for more information. Don't miss out. Your health, your life, your future starts here.
You pay the bill?
Ma, I got the wallet.
So you could pay the bill now?
Yeah, I can show you.
Ah.
See? Easy.
Get ready for the Evo Town Festival 2025. The National Celebrations Commission, in collaboration with the Belize City Council and the National Institute of Culture and History, invites you to the annual Evo Town Festival 2025. Join us after the official Emancipation Day ceremony on Friday, August 1st at the Isaiah Mortar Square, Albert Street West, from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Bring out the entire family for a day filled with live entertainment, cultural displays and handicrafts, an educational emancipation tour, plenty of food and drinks, a free kids zone featuring face painting, cotton candy, snow cones, bouncy house, and trampoline, and more. Want to be a part of the action? Secure your booth space today by calling 280-2308 extension 263 or message us on WhatsApp at 673-9055. So mark your calendars, Friday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at the Isaiah Mortar Square. Let's celebrate freedom, culture, and community together. See you there.
It's been 3 months since the former Village Council and Lands Committee in San Jose Nuevo Palmar raised the alarm over plans to subdivide a beloved nature park. And now they're back in the spotlight with a firm message. They're not giving up. On Sunday, residents took to the Sibal Yuum National Park in Orange Walk for a peaceful protest, standing their ground to protect what they say is a vital part of their community. News 5's Brittany Gordon has a full story.
The fight to save Sibal Yuum Nature Park in San Jose Palmar is far from over, but progress has been slow. It's been months since the former village councillor Orlando Ayuso first sounded the alarms about the plans to carve up the park into house lots. Since then, residents, council members, and former land committee reps have been trying to sit down with area representative Kevin Bernard, but those meetings just haven't materialized. Now, frustration is growing. Former Lands Committee member Sonia Tun shares more on the ongoing struggle.
We haven't been able to talk with him so that he could mediate with the new Lands Committee. But we are, well, the reason for the peaceful protest was to make people aware, and even the Prime Minister or even our minister here to see if they can help us assist, well, the people, the villagers, at the end of the day, it's still, it doesn't matter if it's red, blue, if we are black or white. You know, the reason for having a park is to help people with their lives to have better quality life for children.
The Sibalyum Nature Park was officially opened back in October 2024, with former Village Council Chairman and Lands Committee Chairwoman proudly in attendance. According to Sonia Tun, the park was always intended to be a protected nature reserve. But now the current Lands Committee is saying that the proposed subdivision is simply a continuation of what the previous committee started, a claim that's stirring up even more controversy in the community.
I explained to the people that when we were in the past Lands Committee, yes, there was a sketch. And then when we saw that they were, the surveyor was trying to measure, I personally went and told him, you know, this area will not be surveyed because our elders left it as a reserve area which will be used as a park in the future.
There is a unique land distribution system in place in San Jose Palmar Village. Descendants of the village can use the land freely, with the government acting as a trustee and the Lands Advisory Committee deciding on the distribution. However, according to Tun, the size of the park does not make its subdivision beneficial to the wider community.
But our intention was not for it to be given as house lots. It was to be a park, and that's the reason why it was inaugurated. And if we would have given it as house lots, it's only like 12 small house lots coming out there, and who would benefit from it?
On Sunday afternoon, about 40 residents of San Jose Palmar gathered for a peaceful protest at Sibalyum Nature Park. They were there to remind decision makers how much the park means to their community, from recreation to relaxation. According to former Lands Committee member Sonia Tun, the current committee claims they held a community meeting before deciding to move forward with the subdivision. But Tun isn't convinced that the wider community was truly heard.
According to them, that is the majority, but that is not the majority. A lot of people don't come out because of the same reason. The same loud, noisy people are the ones who go out there, and those are the ones that make the most noise and the ones that help the least. So, and at the end of the day, you know, people stay quiet. Our Belizean people are very quiet people, and especially in areas like my village, you know, they prefer not to do anything and say anything. Just leave it in God's hands, and that's it.
The group now awaits a response from the government on the matter. Although they are ready and willing to keep fighting, they claim that time is limited, and very soon it will be too late to change what has already begun. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Up next, Paul Lopez reviews the weekend filled with sports.
House done.
Already?
Hey, now who that?
scroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data so you can scroll till your fingers cramp.
Enjoy free social media data now included in our Flex Choice and Select postpaid plans.
Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
Miss the ultimate singing showdown. It's KTV The Remix Season 7 every Tuesday night at 8, live from the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. One stage, one voice, one chance to win $10,000. Get your tickets for just $5 at GBM Studios and Coney Drive or 88 Shopping Center on Central American Boulevard. It's music, talent, and entertainment for the whole family. Don't miss it. KTV The Remix Season 7. Tune in, turn up, and sing along every Tuesday night at 8. Only on Greater Belize Media.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Good evening, I am Paul Lopez with this week's installment of Sports Monday. We begin tonight's coverage in Belmopan, where the Capital City Kings faced off against the Corozal Cerros Suns inside the UB Auditorium. Here is how this one began. 2-point layup for John Kelly under the rim. An open Oliver Solis follows up for the Suns with a layup. Jeremiah Tony, a new addition to the Belmopan roster, with the and one. Second quarter action, no hesitation from Elvert Ariola from the 3-point line. Isiane Velasquez with the 2-point hook shot for the Suns over Ariola, a rare shot in these games. The first half finished with the Kings in the lead by 3 points, 41-38. On to some third quarter action. The Suns come up on a steal, ball to Greg Chippy Rodun. He goes coast to coast and gets it in around two defenders. Mendes looks around to find Ariola, who uses his body to get under the rim and make the layup. Velasquez on the other end goes up and a whistle is blown. The Kings are not happy with that call. The foul is called on Mendes. Let's slow that one down and replay it. Velasquez pleased with the call. The Kings maintain their lead at the end of the third quarter with 62 points to their opponents' 55. Now in the fourth quarter, Javon McKenzie to Brandon Flowers. Back to McKenzie, wide open, and he banks the three. A bit of celebration there. The Suns not letting up, and here is a three-point jump shot from Brandon Rogers. But in the end, the Kings were the better shooting, rebounding, and blocking team. They won the match with 87 points to the Sarah Suns' 77. The Belize Elite Basketball League highly anticipated 2025 All-Star Week is upon us. On Tuesday afternoon, the league will host an All-Star Kids Camp. On Thursday, it's all about the Mirage Belize Skills Challenge with $300 and a pair of sneakers on the line. That night, we will also see the celebrity match. Take a look at who is on the roster for that night, as well as the rosters for the Rising Stars match. Proceeds from the celebrity match will be going to Liberty and Kings Children's Home. The big All-Star Game, three-point shootout and dunk contests are set for Friday night. $3,000 All-Star jerseys and loads of other prizes are on the line for that night. The public relations manager for the league, Terry Gordon, gave us further insight into what fans can expect.
Tomorrow, Tuesday, to be exact, which is July 29, we're going to have an event for the kids ages 5 to 15. They can show up at the Civic and get to meet with all the All-Star players. Okay, and that's going to be happening between 12:30 and 4 in the evening tomorrow, Tuesday, July 29. On Thursday, that is when we start things off with the multi-skills challenge game, and that is sponsored by Mirage Belize. $300 and a tennis of your choice for the multi-skills challenge game. That is where the players go dribble their ball through the little cones, take a little shot through a little hoop, and then pick it up and take it to the rack. And who does it in the quickest time wins that challenge. Okay. Then we move on to the celebrities game. Now the celebrities game is where we're going to be showcasing so many different people who we call celebs in our country.
Due to inclement weather, the William Dawson Peace Cup was only able to host one of its two semi-final matches on Saturday. Cesar Ridge FC Football Club took on Rookies Football Club. At the end of regular time, Cesar Ridge came out on top with 4 goals, while their opponents were only able to score 2 goals. Cesar Ridge moves on to the championship match that will go down on Friday inside the Marion Jones Stadium. The outstanding match between Survivors and Tutbe will be held on Tuesday night, also inside the Marion Jones Stadium. The winner of that match will take on Cesar Ridge FC in the championship game. And finally, the Belize Powerlifting Association has representation at the North American Powerlifting Federation Championships in the Cayman Islands. Alida Sharp will be competing in the 63-kilogram Masters 3 category, while Joylene Smith will compete in the 69-kilogram Open category. The tournament began today and runs throughout the rest of the week. Well, folks, that's all we have for you in tonight's coverage of Sports Monday. Catch you in the next one.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook, and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.